Did you know that many men actually marry a woman because she's a good woman, not necessarily because they want to? And the problem with this type of relationship or marriage is that along the line, this particular set of men, they begin to feel stuck, they begin to regret it, and even worse, they feel like they're wasting the lady's time, the woman's time. Apparently, a lot of men settle, not just women. I used to feel it's mainly women that usually settle in marriages, like when they just see, okay, time is I'm wasting my time, I'm no longer in my prime and all that. They just settle for whoever is available. But men actually do this. So the question here is that what happened? How did they get there? How do men find themselves in such situation? What prompted this video? I'm going to be reading a write-up that I saw online. Yeah, and when I saw that write-up, I was like, oh my God, what is this? What is this? I felt really, really remorseful, and it's just a heartbreaking write-up. Let me just read it to you for a few seconds. Yeah, I wrote it down. And it says, my wife and I have been together for 9 years, married for 6. She's kind, loyal, sweet, and smart. She loves me deeply and she believes we were destined to meet. I treat her well and I've never cheated. We laugh together. On paper, we're perfect. But if I'm being honest, I've never been in love with her. I cared about her, yes, but I was heartbroken when we met. She came into my life when I needed stability and comfort, and I mistook that for love. I kept thinking it would grow. It never did. Now we're in our 30s. We talk about kids. She looks at me like I'm the best thing that ever happened to her, and I feel like a fraud. I don't want to hurt her. I don't want to blow up both our lives, but every night I lie awake feeling like I stole the future of someone who could have had real epic love. And I don't think I'll ever forgive myself for that. And he goes again. Okay, that's the end of the write up. That's the end of the write up. You guys, when I saw this thing, I was broken. Like I had to put myself in the lady's shoes and to just understand how she would be feeling. Yeah, he never said he told her, but I put myself in the lady's shoe to feel what she would feel if he finally decides to tell her. I mean, I'm thankful that the man is being honest to himself. Yeah, he's honest to himself, he's truthful and all that. But what really happened? Honestly, if you ask me, deep down, I just feel like this man is just looking for a validation to cheat, even though he didn't state it like that. He said that he has never cheated on her, and I believe him. But I feel like he's just looking for somebody to give him, the go ahead. You never really loved her, because what does he mean by he cared for her but he didn't really love her, he doesn't love her? I don't get. Does he mean that love, or does he think that love is butterflies in your bellies, all that? Does he think that is what is going to sustain or keep a marriage or a long-term relationship? He's just looking for validation to just go outside, to just go outside. But that's not the reason why I'm here. I want to ask, how did this happen? How did it, like, why do men settle? How did they get to this point? And is it the woman at fault? Should we blame the woman for this? Why do men settle? Men settle for a variety of reasons, like different reasons. And number one on this list is the fear of being alone. Most men take that thing personal. You see that thing that God said, it's not good for man to be alone. They take it really personal. Yes, my husband is even number one. He takes it personal. They don't want to be alone. The fear of being alone. So they just settle for whoever is available or at that time. See, you guys, as a lady, just pray that you're not going to be a rebound to anybody. Like, you don't meet. That's why I say, before you get into a relationship, if you've had past traumas, heartbreaks, and whatever, make sure you heal so that you don't feel like You don't just want to look for the next person to cry on their shoulder, and you now mistake care for love. Like he said, I mean, he met her when he was heartbroken, and she was available at that time. Probably he needed a friend, he needed somebody to just talk to, and she was there for him, available at that time. And he felt okay, mistook the care she was giving him for love, for long term commitment kind of love. Oh my goodness. This is actually the case with a lot of men nowadays, because they just want somebody to manage their excesses. They just need a wife that will be able to manage their excesses. That's why you see some men doing the barest minimum, and the wife is the one pouring into the relationship, pouring it, pouring it. That's why, as a lady, you need to ask yourself, what is the percentage of what I am pouring into this relationship? Am I pouring more than I'm getting? Am I pouring into this relationship more than I'm getting? I've said it 1,000 times. My mom even said that, as a woman, no, I didn't agree with her, because I can't keep pouring and keep pouring and keep pouring. I'm going to be empty one day, and it's not good on myself and my being and my mental health and all that. Do you understand? Ask yourself, am I being poured into the way I pour out? Just ask yourself before you settle for anybody, any guy, whosoever he is, a friend or whatever. Just ask yourself that question. That is number one question you should ask yourself as a lady. Another reason why this man would have settled with this lady is because he felt he would grow to love her. Like, you don't need that love. Like, what do people actually even think love is? What do they think love is? You see, love and infatuation. I once heard a preacher say that they have the same symptoms. They actually have the same symptoms. And the only way that you can differentiate between love and infatuation is when these things stand the test of time. Infatuation dies, love lasts. Yes, that's how the Bible puts it. It lasts, it stands the test of time. Infatuation can feel just when you just feel love at first sight for a person, you might feel like, okay, this person is my ride or no ride at all. I can but I tell you, let it stand the test of time. That's why I always say, allow these men prove themselves. It is time. Before you come out and start talking about them, bragging about them, saying, okay, this man, please allow them. Allow them. Now, in this marriage, this man has, stayed for a couple of years. I think he said 9 years in the write up, and he's now feeling like he cannot love her again. See, there's nothing like that. He has to love her. If you ask me, he has to love her. So he felt like he's going to grow to love her, but he never really did. And it's just so hurtful. Or what's the word? I don't even know the word to describe it. Another reason why this man would have settled is because this lady loved him deeply. Like, she loved him deeply. I used to tell my ladies, please let these men love upon you more than you love upon them. There's a reason why I say all these things. Let them be the one to chase you. Let them be the one to, they are the hunters. Don't be too pushy. I mean, the moment you begin to ask yourself, does this man really love me or not? Am I the one being too forward? See, your intuition is telling you that you shouldn't go ahead. Don't be too forward as a lady. So this lady, she loved him deeply. Her love was so strong to cover up for the both of them, but he himself wasn't equally invested. So she was so blind to see that she's just the one. Her love just blinded her eyes to see that she's just the one pouring into it, and he wasn't equally invested. So he made a mistake by staying, because he didn't obviously want to hurt her. Imagine breaking up with somebody at that time, when the girl is head over heels caring for you, giving you all the love, all the care and affection and everything. You wouldn't want to break her heart. So that would be another reason why this man settled. But right now, the truth is eating him alive, and I don't know the way forward. I don't know, guys. What do you think the way forward to all this is? When a man marries a woman, the truth is that that a man marries a woman that he settled for, the truth is that there are some signs that just begin to show. Yes, it slowly starts to show. Like I always say, he becomes emotionally distant. He is not happy again. He avoids deep and meaningful conversations. And at some point, this lady might begin to irritate him. I mean, he won't try to pursue her again. Like he just feels irritated by her presence. He's just going to feel irritated by her presence. And it's not because the lady did anything wrong. She didn't do anything wrong. I mean, I'm not here to blame the lady. She didn't. At some point, she'll now start to feel confused, like, where do I really stand with this person? She'll feel unwanted. So, am I blaming the woman? Is it the woman's fault? And oh no, it's absolutely not her fault. He is the one that stood at the altar and said yes. He is the one that made a vow. He's trying to say, look for excuses. There's no excuses. Me, I always feel at the end of the day, these men, they usually, I don't really think that a woman would influence like that a man's decision. He should take responsibility. Yeah, he should just take responsibility. It's not the woman's fault. Anyway, I like that he's from his write up, he feels like he's taking responsibility. He's not trying to blame it on the woman. So yes, he should just keep taking responsibility. It's not her fault. He took that vow. He just has to, I don't know, just find a way around it. Do you understand? You can't force a grown man to make a decision that he doesn't want to. It's not possible. There is no man, no man, literally. That's all I always tell my husband. Sometimes when he wants to tell me, okay, you made me do it, I'm like, it's because you wanted to do it. You wanted to do it. It's not me that influenced that. You wanted to deep down. I just helped you facilitate the facilitate the whole thing. It's not me that influenced you. So he should take responsibility for all that. But the truth is that we as women, we always tend to ignore the red flags. I know that deep down this lady would have seen one or two red flags, but she would have just ignored it and said, okay, maybe he's going through heartbreak, maybe, giving a lot of excusing, making a lot of excuses for this man. She would have seen all these things. I mean, he never would have shown deep affection, and from the start he would have given the barest minimum. Yes, from the start. But because he was kind, he might have been a kind person, obviously, maybe not punching her, but generally he's obviously a kind man to have written this write up in this way. But because he was kind, this lady just accepted it. This man clearly needed a friend at that time, not a partner per se. Do you understand? He just needed a friend to just pour it all out on, whatever he was feeling, not a life partner. I mean, but now this is where they end up. So what is the way forward? I need your comments in the comment. I need you to tell these people, or tell me the way forward in the comment section. Now, as this regret has set in their marriage, do you know that there's a likelihood that he might cheat? Like I said, he's just looking for that validation. There is a high possibility that he might cheat, and it might not even be physical cheating but emotional cheating. He is going to cheat, and he might, slightly check out of the marriage, and he might begin to say things to her like, okay, you deserve better, it's not you, you deserve better than me, you're wasting your time with me, and blah blah blah. But what he's really saying is that I cannot give you what I never had to give. I cannot give you that love because it's not there. There is no connection. That's what he's trying to tell her. You guys, there's a lot of marriages like this. There are a lot of them, honestly. But what you need to know if you're in a marriage like this is that it was never your fault. Maybe you didn't know better. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you just didn't know better. So you don't beat yourself up about this whole situation. I wish I could even just talk one on one with the said lady, but obviously this is still a secret. She doesn't even know her husband feels like this. But provided she gets to know, I just wish she doesn't beat herself up. They should have those hard conversations. Am I telling them to divorce? No. I still feel like this man is a confused person, and he doesn't really know what love is. I mean, love is not butterflies in your tummy. It's not. I don't feel this is after 9 years of marriage. It's not butterflies in my tummy that is keeping my marriage. So he should understand what love is. Love is not, I don't know. I feel like I get him, but I don't get him at the same time. So, provided he tells her at the end of the day, man, have those hard conversations, sis. Ask him, did you marry me out of love, or it was just an obligation? Were you just obliged to get married to me because I was there at that time? But the truth again is that you just need to be, you know, ready for the truth. Ready for the truth. Be ready for whatever he's going to say, and it's going to bring some clarity. Do you understand? But have those deep conversations, have those hard conversations with him. Yeah, that's what I'll say. So after you had this hard conversation, as a lady, you now have two choices. I mean, number one choice is, stay and fight for your conversation, provided he's willing to meet you halfway. I mean, he has to be willing. If he's not willing, there's nothing you can do about it. And the second choice is, I don't know. I don't encourage divorce in this type of situation, but you guys should tell me the second choice in the comment section. Advise this lady in this post. Yeah. Yeah, I leave it for you guys to tell me whatever it is. The comment section is open. Thank you all so much for watching this episode. Please kindly like my video and comment. Yes, comment. I would love to interact with you guys in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. That brings me to the end of my video. I have rambled too much, but thank you for sticking with me. I appreciate it, and I'll see you all in another video. Bye.